Setting up. And now we are live, kids. Live from JLJ Media Studios in several spots. I'm James Lott Jr. This is Daytime Today, your weekly daytime news source here on JLJ Media. Coming to you from two places, Baltimore, Maryland, and Southern California. And I'm going to tell you what the latest is going on in daytime digital and beyond. I'm so happy to give you this week and every week our hosts, Tami Goveia and Candice Mack.
Woo! Yeah!
Hey, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm just trying to see if there's anyone in the chat, but...
Hi, Murray. Murray's in the chat.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us today. Oh my gosh. Candice, what were your thoughts this week about the news in daytime?
Oh, the news in daytime. Oh, it was a lot. It was a lot to handle. Some surprising news. I will say that it was again a roller coaster for the news this week. I think there were some highs, and of course there were some lows and tears
and all that. Yeah, and all that in between stuff.
Yes.
I thought the same thing. And then when you and I were also talking about the demographics in regards to first, second, and third. I mean, we're not going to get into that whole big spiel, but it looks like all the shows are doing a little bit better.
Yeah, they went over one show went over 3 million. Bold actually is catching up a little bit this much. GH, Days gain. That's all I'm going to say.
Which is a good thing.
Yes.
Which is a very good thing. So let's start off. We have some really great news, everyone. And I am assuming all folks who have been following Jacqueline McGinnis Wood on social media are aware of her very, very good news that this was probably, Candice, one of the best baby reveals.
Yeah.
Right? That I've seen in a really long time. So let's take a look at what she shared on social media. We're going to do this, and then we're going to do this. This is the video she shared. Can you see it?
Yeah. We can't play the music, but
Look at this.
Oh, but wait. That's the moment. That was the moment.
Oh my gosh.
And she shared, and her quote was, "Once you pop, the fun don't stop. Round 2, let's go." and I don't know if anybody else saw it, but she's 23 weeks.
That's amazing. She looks so fantastic. And we were trying to gauge, fans were saying, oh, well, maybe that's the reason she's been wearing the sweatpants and the really baggy clothes recently. I mean, it kind of fit into the storyline anyway, but now knowing that she was maybe trying to conceal something, I don't know.
I mean, this is not the first time that she's done that. We all remember the last time it was the fashion show where she revealed to the cast and crew, she was coming down in that, nice outfit, and she revealed that she was pregnant. She was halfway through her trimester. But this is, I say this all the time, 2020 was such a year.
Yeah.
But this was a total surprise, because when I saw it, I was like, first and foremost, I want that outfit.
Right.
Before she changed
into
just
the blue, that blue sweat outfit was
the unicorn outfit, as I like to call it. And when she did that, I'm like, okay. And I start looking at her stomach, and I was like, because her stomach was fully on display. And I'm like, she's pregnant. I'm like,
I know.
So yes. Congratulations, girl. Like,
congratulations.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have a baby. I feel like I'm an aunt or something, but yeah.
I know. I think everybody feels the same way.
Like, oh my gosh, she got an Emmy, she has a baby. And then I don't know if, for those who are following her on Instagram, she posted a picture of her on a horse.
That's right.
And I'm just gonna say this. That's gonna be on my bucket list in my next life. Not, but later, because she, this woman has she's just become full. I mean, I feel like we really followed her career, you know, and she has grown so much as an actress and now as a mom. She's going to be a mom to 2. Oh my God.
I know. And I just want to give a real quick shout out to some of the folks in the chat room. Kirsten is in the chat saying, hi, everyone. David is like, we need our soaps. We so agree with you, David. Of course, Kenneth, who joined us in the Bold and Beautiful mini spotlight and now is joining us here in Daytime Today. Thank you, Kenneth, for continuing with all the soapy goodness. He says, do you think they will add her pregnancy to the storyline? That's a good question.
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say no as well, because it's pretty easy to camouflage all of that. And it just seems like a pregnancy storyline for her and Finn right now would be like way too soon. Like it wouldn't fit in.
Yeah. So I agree. I don't think they're going to write the pregnancy. And if they do, okay. But Steffi with 2 kids. Let me think about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, exactly.
I mean, is anybody taking care of the first one? Oh, Liam is. But yeah, I mean, I don't see a Sin baby. Yes, that's right. Their match name is Sin too.
Yes.
Right now, I think I can see where the writers will go as she gets closer to her due date.
Yeah.
So stay tuned, but yeah.
We'll see. But speaking of where the writers will go, let's get into a little bit of Days of Our Lives speculation.
Okay, you guys.
What do you think? I can't wait to hear what fans think about the possibilities.
Okay, so you guys know it's been 7 years since we last saw EJ Demara when he was shot and brutally murdered in the town.
Seriously, that devastated me. I was like ugly crying. When that happened, I was ugly crying.
And you know, with Days of Our Lives fans, we know that Days of Our Lives fans are like, look, he's not dead. There's no way. And of course, years later, we find out that EJ is still alive. He's, you know, somewhere over in England right now, the English patient, as they call him. Well, we know that James Scott, fans have been wondering if James Scott was going to return or not. Obviously, it's been 7 years. Obviously, he's head over projects. Well, recently on Instagram, towards a fan, he pretty much said, quote, no, I'm done with Hollywood. I'm done with Days. Okay, so I guess that's the official announcement, folks. James Scott's not coming back. However, EJ is needed on the show. Allegedly. Some fans think that they should definitely go ahead and recast. So the question that I'm actually going to post up later is, who could play EJ? Now, some fans have spoken. Some fans have actually said some names like Billy Miller. Some people said Tom Pelfrey. Okay. But the 2 top picks has been Aidan Turner, who you guys may remember All My Children, and he's also on 11 Years Wrong on OWN, and Daniel Goddard, who was, of course, Kane Ashby on Young and the Restless. I have said that I think Daniel Goddard should play the role.
I agree. I mean, I think that would be fabulous. I miss him on daytime television. And so one of the soaps needs to just snatch him up and figure out where they can use him, because the longer he's off the landscape, it's such a waste of talent.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing about Days. They have to figure something to do with EJ because of the fact that Allison Sweeney is coming back.
Exactly.
You know, she should be back in a couple of weeks. So it's kind of, you know, we know Sammy can hold her own as an individual, but they still have to tie up loose ends with EJ and Sammy. Either EJ is gone or Sammy and EJ filed for divorce and he's living his best life somewhere, something. I do feel as though those 2 characters, they have been in limbo. Like, there's been no closure. So it's either you recast, and I know Days fans, there's a lot of characters you guys want recast right now, but EJ has to be recast or done deal. So
absolutely.
But But I want to get our announcer's opinion real quick. Mr. James Lott Jr.
Yeah.
Who do you think should the role be recast of EJ? And who should play the part if it is recast?
I go back and forth. I understand James Scott. He found a great life. He's not interested in going back to daytime. Daytime wasn't his whole life. That was the one show he did. I understand people moving on. I also understand where fans love the character so much. It is a pivotal character. The show went as far as to say he's alive. We never got to see him. We never got to have closure. So I think for that reason, you're fired. No, I think I was going towards something. No, I think that they should recast it. Me, at the very least, to wrap up something, or at least we just see him.
Yeah.
Because we didn't see him. Everybody else we didn't see him. We saw him wrapped up in bandages. So I think that Daniel Goddard, I think, is the best choice.
So do I.
Billy Miller and those other people. I think Daniel Goddard, because also he's, bringing an accent in there. I think it would be the best choice. And, I never thought they could recast Bo Brady, and Peter Recco left. Robert Kelly did a great job. So I think it can help.
Exactly.
So Candice, are we putting out a poll?
Yes, we're going to put up a poll right after this show.
Awesome.
And we want to hear from you, the fans. We want to hear, who do you think? Well, there's going to be two parts. One, do you think the role should be recast? Two, if the role is recast, actually, I'm just going to give it to, I'm not even going to create a poll for this. I'm just going to ask, who do you think should play the role of EJ?
Perfect.
Because I know there's some people, like Victor Webster, who was Hayes. Well, guess what? They can bring him for somebody else. So we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens.
Absolutely. Because Sammy and EJ are a super couple. And are you guys getting reverb from me?
All of a sudden, all of a sudden, yeah.
It's you know what? It's the Demera curse.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
It's the Demera curse. I'm telling you, it's the Demera curse. We're being cursed by Demera family. We said EJ shouldn't be back.
I'm going to try to sit through this, even though I'm hearing myself repeat. So when we're talking about Sammy and EJ as a super couple, let's segue into the next topic, which is Alan Locker and his show, The Locker Room, is going to be reuniting Guiding Lights super couple, Beth and Lou Jack, played by Judy Evans and Vincent Irizarry. I cannot wait for this.
Yeah. Oh, almost paradise, right? Right to it.
And so this live event, which will be exciting. I love the fact that it's a live event, is going to be on Thursday, October 22nd at 4:30 p.m. And that is Eastern Standard Time. So that's 4 to 1 o'clock, 1:30 Pacific Standard Time. Now I know they changed the dates. So just to be clear, it's going to be Thursday, October 22nd, again at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with the amazing, beautiful, gorgeous Judy Evans and the ever handsome and sly fox, Mr. Vincent.
Yes. And we do want to wish Alan Locker a happy birthday. Woohoo! Happy birthday to you. And thank you so much for all that you do.
Yes.
Okay. So, this week was a tough week. Again, Days fans, as well as daytime. We said goodbye to the iconic actresses, Kristian, Alfonso, and Missy Reeves. Their last day was Wednesday. As you know, Missy is taking off because she just became a grandmother, and with this whole corona. And of course, Kristian Alderson, 37 years on and off. My God. 37 years,
I know.
a legend. I know. There's somebody on this show who is going to be on Audition Days later on today to pay tribute to Hope Williams Brady. Yes. And, but later on, that's later on. But we're going to, are we going to play the Later on, there was a clip. There it is of Jennifer and Hope toasting at the Brady pub, and we don't have the audio, but a lot of fans are wondering if what they said was ad lib or was it in the script, because it was so organic. It felt like a real goodbye.
Yeah.
Like undertone.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this right now, and I agree with somebody that said that this is history. They're such a big part of Days' history. And even though, Kristian is gone and Missy, she's taking a leave of absence, a break, because we know that Katie McLean is coming in to step in. You watch this and you think of all of the moments.
Yeah.
That these characters, actresses have had. And, I speak with, like Eric Motsoff has said, they leave behind a iconic legacy behind them in the hallways. Kristen Alfonso has said, I'm going to quote this real quick. She said, thank you. She pretty much was saying thank you. I can't really read all of it because I'm about to cry right now. But she was like, thank you, nothing but love. Her colleagues, including Allison Sweeney, said, quote, words can't express how grateful I am to have had Kristen Alfonso as my friend. Kristen is such a talented and dedicated artist, a hard worker, a motivator, a listener. She's a wonderful mom, a caring friend. I can't wait to see what this incredible woman does next. Ron Carvati had posted on Twitter saying goodbye for now to Kristen Alfonso and Missy Reeves, whose final episodes air this week on NBC Days, wishing them both all the best. Robert Scott Wilson said, beautiful journey, talking about Kristen, beautiful journey, beautiful soul, Boston strong. Jen Lilly, also on Instagram, said, also said, I will always cherish working with you. You're an icon and a beautiful soul. Now, you want to know, here's why I said daytime, is that besides Days actors and fans, also outside of Days, Kate Linder, who, of course, plays Esther on Young and Restless, wrote, you'll be sorely missed, but I know that there are great adventures ahead for you. Looking forward to our paths crossing again.
Yeah. It's interesting. David in the chat room is asking, is Melissa Reeves' exit permanent? And that's, whenever an actor leaves the show, it's impossible to gauge whether or not it's going to be permanent. And, given the genre, nothing in daytime television is ever forever. The fact that they're bringing Katie back, or not back, they're bringing Katie on to play the role means that the character will obviously be continuing.
Right.
Which I'm happy for. But, when you take a look at these two characters of, Jennifer and Hope, I just so always loved their screen time together. I always so love seeing that beautiful cuz friendship and bond that they have. So I'm really, really going to miss that. Really miss that. There's very few female relationships that are celebrated. Usually there's jealousy, or there's, women are at each other's throats, or there's, a lot of competition. So whenever I was able to sit down and enjoy mimosas and, coffee with these two, it always just really warmed my heart. So I'm really, really going to miss them.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. And of course, again, you just think of the legacy. Yeah. Like you said, we, in daytime, there's some actors and actresses that's been on the show since the 80s. And we've really grown with them.
Yeah.
And the character of Hope, outside of Bo, she is an incredible character. She was a kick booty, notice I couldn't say the other word, kick booty kind of character. She joined the police academy. She was sort of the tough chick that a lot of females wanted to be.
Absolutely.
It's going to be weird. I know she left the show before, to do Falcon Cross.
Yeah.
By the way.
So I have a question. So Kristian was on for how long? How many years?
37 years.
Okay. And
Missy started around 80. she was on and off too, because there was that recast Jennifer.
Yeah.
So so about like 30 something for Missy on and off.
So it's really
that's why I said like.
So it's really
it's a legacy.
It's a legacy. It's interesting.
It's a legacy.
Take a look at some of the actors who are celebrating their time on soap operas. They seem like little babies. So we have Eden McCoy, who celebrated her 5-year anniversary on General Hospital. I mean, 5 years is a great run. It's a great run, but when you look at Kristian Alfonso and Melissa Reeves, 30 plus years. And then we have Hunter King, who celebrates her 8th year on The Young and the Restless.
Yes. That's crazy too. I remember everybody's first episode. Like, that's the crazy part. I'm getting old.
I know. Me too. And we don't want to forget Scarlett Fernandez, who plays Charlotte Cassadine on GH. She celebrates her 4th year.
Yeah. She's a preteen now. She's a preteen now.
And on that show.
Before we forget, there is one more person, and I forgot to add this, and I'm so sorry. Yesterday, this actress celebrated an anniversary. She joined the show in 1994 on Young and the Restless, Michelle Stafford. Yeah, and of course on and off, but that's another thing. Now I'm really feeling a type of way about life. I'm getting old. Okay. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, Kenneth in the chat room. Oh my God, he said Kristian would make a good tailor on Bold and Beautiful.
I agree with that. I endorse it and I agree with that.
Wow, I never even thought about that, but I can totally see that.
I'm telling you right now. Okay, James, cover your ears, because I know Kristen Alfonso to me would. When the news got out that she was leaving Days, obviously everybody thought, okay, what soap picked her up? I agree. I think she would make a great Taylor Hayes Forrester. At the same time, I could see her on Young and the Restless as Jack Abbott's new love interest. At the same time, I could see her on General Hospital, maybe as Elizabeth Weber's long lost mother.
I can't wait to see their journeys. I'm excited to see their journeys.
Yes. Well, speaking of journey, again, we know that this year has been a journey for so many people, mentally, physically. We are now coming up to the 2 holidays that everybody should be together, Thanksgiving and Christmas. The former Real talk show host, Tamara Mori Housley, has found peace after leaving The Real earlier this year. She said, quote, "There's one word I can think of, and it's peace. I have peace because I'm with my family. My family rejuvenates me. So being there for my family, being there for my children. They're at an age right now where they want mommy around." Parents out there, you understand what she's saying, okay? I'm a hands-on parent. I like to help them, whether it's soccer, dance, pre-corona stuff. We're still doing things at home, like cooking, cleaning, schoolwork, homework. But also, you guys know how close she is to her twin sister, Tia. She revealed on Entertainment Tonight that she has not even been close to her sister, haven't seen her except for Zoom and everything for 6 months since this pandemic started. Can you imagine?
That's
and
tough.
I'm pretty sure we all can.
That's tough.
Not being able to see your siblings, your family,
And twins have that really special bond.
And
there's even that. There's like a super bond. So the fact that she says she's found peace, after leaving the show, it says a lot for her resolve and for the bond that she has with her sister and with her family. I mean, you don't have that physical connection, but to be able to find peace within this chaos is inspiring.
Yeah, I mean, she's posting on Instagram her cooking with her husband. She has a winery, which I'd love to go. We can travel again.
Where's her winery? Do you know?
winery? Do you know?
It's in Napa, California.
You know, it's such a mess up there. I hope everything's okay.
Yeah. So, but I just, it's, you know, I work with children, you know, shout out to all the parents who said didn't have a choice in this matter. And I know that it's hard for these parents. I know it's really tough, especially if they're working at home and they're also terror kids. They're doing the, but you're right, third piece. It's calming, it's smooth. And I think as we get ready to wrap up this year and hopefully next year, there will be a change, but hopefully people understand to take some time. Take time to enjoy this right now. I think that's one of the flip parts of this year is that we're now appreciating life. And we're appreciating what we had and what we will have. Yeah.
So one thing that we decided to do on the show is to add a fashion segment would be super fun to do. And in daytime, there's always lots of options. Typically, the women that are spotlighted. But when I was going to look at super fashions for the week. Make sure.
Okay.
You guys see?
Okay, put it down. There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Delon Demetz. He gets my fashion spotlight.
That screams success.
Holy mackerel. And it's hard to carry this off. Like the whole outfit is a beautiful burgundy, gorgeous suit. And oh my God, Delon knocked it out of the ballpark. So that was my fashion spotlight for the week.
Okay, so my fashion pick, I entitled this as when you wake up from a great weekend and you realize it's Monday and you're rushing for work. It goes to Sasha on General Hospital. So I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah.
But she's in a blue dress with white tennis shoes. Let me repeat, white tennis shoes. It's after Labor Day. Who cares?
Who cares?
She's pulling this off. But this is what I'm talking about. When you have this look, that's when you oversleep. Your alarm went off at quarter of the time that you were supposed to go to be at work. And you're just like, bum, 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 bum. So this is actually my fashion because I relate to this when you're in a rush and you have no time to do your hair as long as it's not too nappy, matty. And as long as you washed your face, you no makeup on, who cares? Natural is in. And you just throw something together,
I love it. And I think too, it'd be fun to reach out to fans to see who they like fashion wise, because I know we've done fashion segments in the past. And fans always have their favorites. So tweet us, on Daytime Today. Go to Twitter and tweet us. And let us know, who catches your eye during the week, because maybe we'll spotlight your fashion pick on the show.
I have a feeling I know what somebody is going to pick and post it. And I do want to give a shout out to this person real quick. On Young and the Rust this week, obviously Dina passed away. But Mala Adams, who played Dina, gets an honorable fashion towards the end. Friday's episode, for those who saw it, the necklace and her outfit.
Yeah.
Again, put that out there.
Okay, so that's going to wrap up for the week. For the words to the news.
Yeah.
I'm just taking a look at this. Just want to make sure that we are here every Sunday live. We love doing a live show. We love, Kristian in the chat room is saying, "Yay, a fashion segment!" So we love the fact that this is a live show. We love engaging with all the fans. And again, 1:30 on Sundays is where you can find us. And we want to make sure that you're aware JLJ Media is the place, the full, gorgeous, rich place to find all of the soap goodness. Now we're going to begin by talking about Forever and a Day, Candice. Talk a little bit about this audio podcast soap opera found here on JLJ Media.
Well, yeah, that's right. Well, as we all know, I don't know if you guys know that Tuesday is National Soap Opera Day. It actually is a day. It's National Soap Opera Day. It's in honor of Erna Phillips, who created the first soap opera, which was Painted Dream on WGN Chicago, which was a radio broadcast. Hello. 90 years later, people circle with Forever. It was a podcast. Check out one available on JD and for the whole special summer.
You're breaking up a little bit there.
Sorry. You're breaking up.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
I'll post it, but yeah, for the day, video podcast, JLJ Media. Check it out.
Perfect. We also have JLJ Media, the Bold and Beautiful Mini Spotlight. Now that is on Sundays at 12 noon. You can find that again on JLJ Media, YouTube, this network. That's with James Lott Jr., myself, and Amanda Russ, who's the creator of the Bold and Beautiful podcast. Make sure and check that out if you're a fan of B&B and want to recap the very frustrating week that was on the Bold and the Beautiful. As well, if you're looking for a recap, you can find the GH Mini Spotlight live at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's with James Lott Jr. and Mr. Frank Moran this week. So again, GH Mini Spotlight live if you're a fan of General Hospital and want to recap all the drama, all the ABC drama on GH. Also want to make sure you guys are aware of the Bold and Beautiful Rewind. So this is an audio only podcast. It spotlights the past characters and subjects. And today is a special episode that is out now. So make sure and look for the Bold and Beautiful Rewind. This is a very special episode that is out today. You can find that on JLJ Media. And on Fridays, James has an amazing show called GH Dirty Deeds. This spotlights the darker side of characters on General Hospital. So we always like to explore I don't know if we want to call them villains. They're just the most misunderstood characters on General Hospital. Fridays, GH Dirty Deeds spotlights, again, the darker side of the characters on General Hospital. So make sure and check that out.
Oh, and if you're a fan of Days of Our Lives, oh, what a week it was in Salem. Make sure you head over to the official YouTube channel of Dishing Days. Today's episode of Dishing Days is a special one because a certain somebody will be guest starring on Dishing Days, which is today at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific, over on the official Dishing Days. I don't know who the special guest is, but apparently he met somebody last year and still hasn't stopped talking about it. I don't know who that may be.
It's going to be great.
So catch Tony.
I'll be back, bitches, today on Dishing Days. I'll be back, bitches, at 3 p.m. Pacific time on the Dishing Days channel. I'll be dressed in my Hopi goodness for my soapy goodness.
So before we wrap up, today, Candice, where can folks find you on the socials?
You can find me on Twitter at Candy Poo, Instagram at Candy Mack 82, at FAAD podcast on Insta and Twitter. You can find me on Forever and a Day, as Tony says in the chat room, and Forever and a Day.
And you can find Daytime Today, everyone, across all the socials, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. You can find us at Daytime Today. Please like, follow, comment. If you know folks who love daytime television and would like to partake and catch a new show about daytime television, please share Daytime Today with them. You can find me on Twitter at Tami Goveia. on Insta at Tami.Goveia and on Facebook, Tami Goveia Official. One of these days, I will make it uniform because it's so annoying saying 3 different social media handles. But again, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you everyone in the chat room. Again, Annie, want to do a little shout out to you. Kenneth, again, thank you so much for joining us. David, thank you for joining us. Kristian, thank you for joining us. Share the love. We will see you again next week live on Sunday. And until then, let's be kind today. Let's be grateful today. And as always, everyone, let's daytime today. Thank you.
Today. Bye, guys.